Hey everybody, welcome to Seattle Refined in our TGIF edition. It is a big weekend around town. Of course, today is Cinco de Mayo, and tomorrow boat lovers will pull up their anchors and get out on the water for opening day of boating season. And joining me now to talk about other happenings this weekend, of course, and getting out on the water with the boats, Britt Thorson, our managing editor over at SeattleRefined.com. And what a weekend, right? Cinco de Mayo, here we come.
I know, and it's funny because whether Seattle knows it or not, we actually are in the middle of spring. Like looking outside, it's hard to tell whether it's sunny or rainy. So my fingers are all crossed. Tomorrow is the official launch of opening season here in Seattle. And can you imagine if it had the raining pours that we had like yesterday?
No.
If that happens out on the water with the boats? So fingers crossed. I mean, as you guys know, look at everyone lines up on the log boom or along the Montlake Cut to watch the crew races, sailboat races, and of course then the opening day parade. It's a great time, and I'm just, oh my gosh, my fingers are crossed for good weather.
You've gone out of the water and gotten into those crew boats, right?
I have, yeah, we do. Every year we do a media cup where all the stations compete against each other, and I am the little bit of refined in the Como crew race. And
there you go.
I'm the least experienced, but somehow we still took the crown this year. So that's just one thing to do this weekend. We also, if you want to stay out on the water, again, testing the weather, the Northwest Paddling Festival is happening over in Lake Sammamish. This is where there are more than 60 paddle sport businesses all come together for water sports lovers, canoes, kayaks, stand-up paddleboarding. They've got paddling equipment, gear.
Now the stand-up paddleboarding, that's hard. I did it in Hawaii one time. It's not easy.
It looks so easy because you're just standing,
just
right?
Like easy, no
but
problem.
It's all core work. It is like all right there in your core. So good luck to those people who do that. They're ripped.
All right, let's switch it up a little bit and get to one of my favorite topics. Of course, we're talking about real estate. And what in the deal is this house?
So one of the biggest stories on our website right now is about the most expensive house on the market in Washington State, and I should actually backtrack and not say house. This is more of an estate.
Look at that.
It's called Misty Isle Farms. It's on Vashon Island, and it's selling for $28 million. There's 47 different land parcels, 100 different rose varieties in their special horticultural center. They've got 8 other homes on that property for staff and for groundskeepers.
What are the taxes on something like that? It's got to be $250,000 a year.
It's got to be at least, but this is not. I mean, this is like you go there and I feel like you don't leave.
Oh,
you know what I mean? They've got their own landing strip if you want to fly in and fly out on your plane or your helicopter. Private lakes. 8 miles of hiking. I mean, it's kind of incredible.
Wow. And then, you know, I'm sure it has a library, too. And if it does, you have the book to read there, right?
I was going to say, if it does have a library, it better have The Turner House by Angela Flournoy, because that is our May book club pick. The Turner House is centered around a house in Detroit and the family that lives there. This house has seen 13 children grown and gone, the arrival of grandchildren, the loss of a father, and the fall of Detroit's East Side. Critics are saying that it's a colorful, complicated book full of love, pride, and sacrifice.
Wow.
So we cannot wait to get ready to read that. If you want to join us, read all this month. We're meeting at University Bookstore in the U Village on June 1st.
All right, cool, Brett. Well, you know, today is Cinco de Mayo, and from old school classics to fruity and frozen, you know what? I love a good margarita. So we decided to send Refined's Carrie Brandenburg out with her special investigative team to find Seattle's best.
Let's be honest, this tough assignment should not be handled alone. That's why I brought along 2 trusted advisors who share my same genetic passion for margaritas. My opinionated sister Annie and my free-spirited sister Paige. Our first stop, La Carta de Oaxaca in Ballard.
And it's slammed in here. Are you guys always this busy?
Yes, we can get very busy. Sometimes people are waiting up to an hour for a table. We have a good fair share of people that just come in here specifically just for our margaritas.
So you made our list of top margaritas in the entire city of Seattle. What do you think makes this so special?
I think it's just because it's fresh and it's simple. So ladies, this is my spicy margarita. It's salsa tequila infused with cayenne chili peppers.
Ooh! Whoa! That is like kick in the mouth spicy.
Whoa!
I told you.
Next, I have my strawberry margarita, and that one's made with fresh strawberry puree.
Oh, and that's really good.
Lastly, it's just my house classic lime margarita.
Oh, yum. Is it summer yet? Because that's what this tastes like.
We didn't have to go far for our next top margarita. small Ballard tapas bar called Ocho.
So we hear there is one margarita on this menu.
That's correct. It's the $12 margarita, so named because of the price of the tequila for this drink. It's a very special tequila called El Tesoro Añejo. It's an aged tequila, has kind of a pine sap and caramel overtones, a little bit of a citrus finish.
Sounds delicious. We will take 3 of those.
Delightful. Salt?
Yes, please.
Salt.
Yes.
You could say no. No, if possible. I mean, I want like the classic margarita, but I do prefer salt.
All right, $12 margaritas.
All right. No salt for you.
Cheers.
Oh my goodness, that is delicious. Do you have people that come in specifically for this
Absolutely.
margarita?
In a cocktail with so few ingredients, it's so simple, then you want to use the best ingredients that you can find.
And you told us there's 3 ingredients, but you add a 4th. What is your 4th ingredient?
It's love, of course. You have to feel it.
We were feeling those margaritas, but we had one more place to hit up. The Saint on Capitol Hill.
So you've made these lists a few times, right? You're known for your margaritas. What kind of makes the whole margarita experience here at the Saint so special?
One thing that for me that really makes a difference is just the balance of the margarita. If you have ever had a bowl of margarita, it typically tastes like a sugar bomb. You know, those big, huge ones. It's like, okay, it's great, or okay, it's large, but it's not usually a well-balanced drink. We have El Santo, our classic margarita. We have our mezcal margarita, and we have our mango margarita.
Smoky. Definitely the smoke.
Mango-y. But like with that little bit of spicy kick, it's really good.
And then this one, for the lovely adventurous one, is it's called Sal de Gusano.
Okay.
Gusano translates to worm.
Like a worm in the ground.
Yeah, like the worm that's in the agave bottle.
So it's brown because it's worm. Would you say that you have the best margarita in Seattle?
Of course I would say that we have the best margarita in Seattle.
Well, ladies, I think our margarita day was definitely a success.
so.
Cheers to the best margaritas in Seattle.
Cheers.
All right.
Many multiple.
Man, those look good. To learn more on where you can enjoy the best margaritas around town, go to our website, SeattleRefined.com, and search margarita. Seattle Refined is just getting started, and Jeopardy Week is not over yet. Coming up, we're going to introduce you to the Clue Crew and one close connection right here to Seattle. Plus, mothers and the special strength they provide their children. We'll take a sneak peek at a special Mother's Day tradition right here on Como when Seattle Refined comes back. A shout out to our friends at Kimpton Hotels for making our recent trip to Los Angeles such a pleasure. The Refined team stayed at the newly renovated Hotel Palomar in Beverly Hills, located just minutes from the best places in Beverly Hills and LA. From the nightly wine hour, to the posh pool, to the brand new Double Take restaurant, there's something for every member of the family, including skee ball and shuffleboard.
I feel that a mother's role is, in my situation, I'm a caregiver, I'm an overseer, I am a protector. It was always about what can I do for them, because when they're good, healthy, and happy, I'm good, healthy, and happy.
Man, what a great lady. Welcome back to Seattle Refined and our special TGIF edition. This weekend on KOMO 4, we present Stories from the Heart. It's a special that's become an annual Mother's Day tradition right here, celebrating the strength of mothers. It's hosted every year by KOMO News anchor Molly Shen, who joins us today. And I have to say, I've watched a little bit of the stuff, of course, the stuff you've done over the years, and you do such a terrific job.
Oh, thank you, Gard.
And thank you for being on our show.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. My pleasure.
And I have to mention this. This is the most talented woman, one of the most talented I've ever met, 10-time Emmy Award winner.
You're too kind. Thank you.
No.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, let's talk about your first story, the Olsen family, because this one just touches everybody.
Yeah, so they had so much love to give that they ended up adopting children. They had one biological child, but they've ended up adopting many children, and all of them have been medically challenged. And Rennie came with particularly big challenges. She needed a heart surgery, a heart transplant, and Other transplant centers actually turned her down, but Seattle Children's said, we think we can help her. We think we can save your daughter. And it's such a tough thing for any parent. I mean, you can imagine that if your child needs a heart transplant to live, you're relying on another child dying.
Right.
To be able to get that donor heart. So what a difficult, difficult situation. You can't really celebrate when you get the heart. You don't totally mourn because it does mean the life of your child. And you're looking at these pictures of Rennie. She was such a tiny little thing.
Look at that.
You will love this story. There's one moment, and it's just a little moment, but where she's saying "Dada, Dada" to the camera, and with this big smile on her face.
Oh my God.
So she goes from this, what you're seeing here, this incredibly fragile, medically challenged child, to a little girl who's growing up and is strong and doing really well, and she has an amazing family.
And that was at Children's Hospital?
That was at Seattle Children's, that's right.
Oh my gosh, they do a terrific job over there.
It's incredible the work they do.
And then you have a kidney transplant that you want to talk about, and this is a crazy story too.
Right, it is. You know, as parents, we all say, oh, I would do anything for my child, right? Well, this mom really had to prove it because she wanted to donate a kidney to her son. He was born with some irreversible kidney damage, and they knew eventually he would need a transplant. And she said, I'm in. I'm the one doing it. I'm giving my son my kidney. But she wasn't compatible. So what she ended up doing was donating a kidney to someone else, and it was part of this whole chain where a loved one would donate a kidney to a stranger in exchange for getting a kidney back. This ended up being almost it was a couple dozen surgeries around the country that brought a kidney back for her son. And this was the first kidney chain Seattle Children's had participated in. The waiting list, if you're just on the transplant list, can be years. So the fact that Seattle Children's is able to do this now, participate in these kidney chains, makes all the difference. And Nigel's great, and obviously really appreciates his mom, right?
Yeah, and one more story we absolutely have to talk about. Children's Hospital actually grew a jaw for a young person?
Yeah, a little girl named Lexi. She was born with a very rare condition that kept her from developing the lower jaw. Yeah, amazing, isn't it? They took one of her ribs and put it into her lower jaw. It was a very long procedure and process that not just the surgery itself, but then things her mom and dad had to do for her at home to help keep that jaw growing. Yeah, isn't she adorable?
She's adorable.
She is a character too. She's really funny. She has another surgery that has to come up. She still needs the hinge put in, but she wasn't able to breathe on her own without a tracheotomy. Yeah, she loves Irish dancing. I love seeing her hair bob around when she's dancing too. Yeah, so she still has some time ahead, but she's doing fantastic. She's playing soccer, she goes skiing and camping because of this phenomenal surgery that they did there.
You're doing great stuff.
Oh, thanks, Garth.
Fantastic.
Thanks for letting us share it.
Yeah, and the special airs tomorrow, right?
Yeah, that's right, Saturday night.
Okay. All right, thank you, Molly. Coming up on Refined, they travel around the world to deliver Jeopardy clues. We wrap up Jeopardy week with some of your favorites. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to the show. I'm Garth Swanson. We are wrapping up Jeopardy week right here in Refined, and we have saved the absolute best for last. All week, we've been taking you behind the scenes of the iconic quiz show, talking with legends like Alex Trebek, that guy right there, and Johnny Gilbert. But today, it's all about the Jeopardy crew that really brings it all together. And one member has a serious Seattle connection.
Here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Alex Trebek may be the host of Jeopardy, but the real star, the clues.
TV roles 200.
Ugly Betty.
And if you're a Jeopardy fanatic, you know Kelly Mirahara. She's one of the 3 members of the exclusive Clue Crew.
Inflatable rescue boats, it's our job. I'm Kelly in Japan.
Refine's a little biased, but we love Kelly because... So you're a husky.
I am a husky. Yeah, my parents are huskies. I'm a husky. My grandpa is even a husky, so a long line of huskies in my family. And I actually went back to visit the campus this last time I was in Seattle, saw the cherry blossom. Also, the construction and all of the new...
Non-stop.
I mean, it's been a little while since I was there, but a lot has changed. It's beautiful.
What do you like most about Seattle?
You know, honestly, okay, I'll start with this. When I moved to Seattle, I came as a California girl, okay? I wasn't used to the rain at all. So when I got there, I thought, I don't know if I can take this. Came back to California, did a little visit at UCLA just to see. I realized I was so happy in Washington, and it was because of the people.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter the rain, doesn't matter the weather, anything. The people in Seattle are genuine. No matter if it's 55 degrees, they'll put shorts on.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Tank tops and flip-flops, right?
That's the best. I love it.
You're doing a lot here. You're on this show, you're on Sports Jeopardy. What's that been like for you?
You know, it's been so exciting. I mean, being part of Jeopardy, I grew up watching Jeopardy. My mom's favorite show was Jeopardy. It was the only show we were allowed to watch during dinner time because my mom's a school teacher, but it was educational, so we could watch it. And then becoming a part of the show. I mean, something I watched every day, and now I work for the show. Alex Trebek is my colleague. I mean, it's just a strange feeling, you know, and I think, as you can imagine, my parents are over the moon to be able to see their daughter on their favorite show as well.
As a result of erosion, Niagara's...
What about Kelly, one of your teammates here?
Yes.
She does a terrific job, and she's from Seattle.
Yes, she is. She's been with the Clue Crew now, I think, 10 or 11 seasons, so she's one of the new kids. Oh, she's terrific. She is. She's a bundle of energy and really a great representative of the show.
Here we go.
2, 1.
Deeper behind the scenes, we found the real driving force of Jeopardy! The hard-working producers and writers that manage to stump us every weeknight.
With Dr. Seuss?
No. Now, is there a happy medium where you go, well, this question's way too hard for the final question, or maybe too easy? Is there a happy medium, a sweet spot?
Oh, absolutely, and that's, you know, judging the difficulty is a lot of what we do. As the head writer, I put the clues in order, then we have a roundtable process where people tell me that I put the hardest clue in the category at the 1 and the easiest in the 5, and what do I think I'm doing, and maybe if we add a clue to this one and take a clue out of that one, it'll work. So it's a lot of fine-tuning, and as you see, if you watch the show, it's not an exact science, but we try and know what people will know. That's part of our job.
So how do you come up with, like, the topics, and what do you think is going to be hot for the show?
Hot for the show? Well, we just follow the culture, you know. We want to kind of be up with what people are talking about. Not too trendy, because we have a lot of people who trust us to do the same kind of material we've been doing for 30-plus years, but we just try to come up with fresh ways of doing the tried and true material, and if there are new things that people know about, then we definitely glom onto those and say, I want to be the first to do that.
Everybody, hi, John.
You got to tell me real quick, how did you ever make it here to Jeopardy?
It's like a godsend, you know. I've worked on some terrible shows in the past. So I have a long history. I started in the game show business when I was 17 years old. So to land on a show like Jeopardy, where I'm super proud of what we do, where my parents tell everybody right out loud what show I work on, it's a blessing. I'm thrilled to be here.
So what about the contestants, especially the ones from Seattle? You get a lot of smart people that come from Seattle on this show. What is the deal with that?
They either come from Seattle, or when they're done, they go to Seattle. Like Ken Jennings was in Salt Lake City, and then he went to Seattle. First of all, I think it's a diverse group of maybe professions up there. You have a lot of musicians. You have kind of maybe the artsy people. You have kind of tech people. It's a lot of different kinds of people that live up there because it's so beautiful. And they just bring something different to the show. And the more diversity we can find, whether it's with professions or what kinds of people we're getting on the show, the happier we are. And I think the more interested the audience is in seeing what we're doing. And so Seattle is providing a great deal of diversity on that level.
Do you ever find yourself like wondering what you would do next after this show, and how long is this show going to stick around, because the ratings are phenomenal right now?
I'm not going anywhere, Guard. I have no plans for doing anything after this show is done. I'm going to hold out as long as I can. I mean, in our business, this is top of the line. Where am I going to go?
Oh, we had so much fun down there. Now, if you missed any part of Refined's Jeopardy week, don't worry. We've posted it all on SeattleRefined.com. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Refined. Mother's Day is just about a week away, and our partners at Filson have the perfect bouquet for the mother in your life. You can pre-order these thatch floral arrangements and pick them up at the Filson flagship store next weekend. For more information, check out Thatch Floral online. All right, we're about finished with this episode of Seattle Refined. As we end the show, here are some of our favorite photos and moments of the week. Have a great Friday and a weekend, everybody.